Hope you enjoyed our previous episode 1. So much drama awaits the class. Let's continue with episode 2. Friday night. 11:43 p.m. 3 phones light up simultaneously across 3 different dorm rooms. Tiffany created a group. Tiffany named it Study Group. Nobody is fooled by the name. Tiffany, did anyone else notice where Daniel sat today? Zoey, I noticed. Priya, I noticed 2 days ago. Tiffany, so we're just going to pretend the back row girl isn't a problem? Zoey, Amara? Please. She doesn't even brush her edges properly. He's probably just being nice. Priya, Daniel doesn't do things just to be nice. He does things because they mean something to him. Tiffany, okay, so what are we saying? Priya, I'm not saying anything yet. I'm watching. Zoey, same. But if she suddenly starts sitting closer to him, we say something. Tiffany, agreed. 3 girls lie awake. 1 girl sleeps peacefully, completely unaware she's already the subject of a group chat she was never invited to. On Monday morning, Daniel arrives early. This is new. He used to arrive exactly on time, not a second before. He sits in the back row. Same spot as Thursday. He opens his journal and begins writing before anyone else is even settled. 8 minutes later, Amara walks in. She's wearing the same oversized gray hoodie she always wears. Paint stain on the left sleeve, cadmium yellow, the kind that never fully washes out. Her second-hand bag is hanging off one shoulder. She's eating a biscuit she clearly didn't finish at breakfast. She doesn't scan the room. She walks straight to her seat. And stops. Daniel is sitting 2 seats away from her usual spot. Again. She looks at the seat. Looks at him briefly. Says nothing. She sits down. Opens her sketchbook. Eats the last of her biscuit. Daniel, without looking up, you're eating in class. Amara, unbothered, Professor Okafor is 7 minutes late on average. I have time. Beat. Daniel, small smile, still not looking up, fair enough. She offers him the second biscuit from her pocket without looking at him either. He takes it. They sit in comfortable silence. From the front row, Zoe has turned around fully. She sees this. She turns back slowly and writes something aggressively in her notebook that has nothing to do with class after class. Corridor. Amara is heading toward the art studio. Zoe falls into step beside her, perfectly timed, perfectly casual. Zoey, hey. Amara, right? I don't think we've properly talked before. Amara, oh, yeah. Hi. Zoey, I love your sketches, by the way. I saw one over your shoulder last week, the fountain one. Really nice. Amara, oh, thank you. I didn't think anyone noticed. Zoey, I notice everything. Zoey, so you and Daniel seem to be getting cozy in the back row. Said lightly. With a laugh. Like it means nothing. Amara, what? No, he just sits nearby. We barely talk. Zoey, of course. Yeah. I just wanted to mention, Daniel is the kind of guy who's friendly with everyone, you know? He's just like that. Don't read too much into it. Silence. Amara, I wasn't. Zoey, great. Okay, cool. See you around. She walks away. Amara stands in the corridor for a moment. She's not hurt. She's not angry. She's just thinking. It was the kindest sounding warning Amara had ever received. The kind of warning that's really just someone else's fear, dressed up in a smile and a compliment. The art studio after hours is Amara's sanctuary. Easels draped in cloth. The smell of linseed oil and turpentine. Low amber light. A Bluetooth speaker playing something soft and jazzy. She's working on a large canvas. A street scene, rain-slicked road, a single figure walking, long shadows stretching behind them. She's somewhere else entirely when the door opens. She turns. It's Daniel. He looks mildly surprised too, like he didn't fully expect anyone to be here. Daniel, sorry, Professor Okafor said I could use the studio space to sketch. I didn't know anyone. Amara, it's open to everyone after 4. She turns back to her canvas. Daniel looks around. Finds a stool in the corner. Pulls out his journal. He doesn't leave. 5 minutes of only jazz and brush strokes. Daniel, who's the figure? Amara, nobody. Everybody. Daniel, that's a very art student answer. Amara, you asked an art student question. He laughs, quietly, genuinely. Like it surprised him. Amara doesn't see it. She's still painting. But the corner of her mouth lifts, just slightly. Daniel, can I ask you something? Amara, you can ask. Daniel, why do you always draw like no one's watching? She pauses. Brush hovering. Amara, because no one usually is. The jazz plays. Daniel writes something in his journal. We still don't see what. While Zoe plants seeds of doubt and Tiffany curates Instagram posts suspiciously close to Daniel's favorite cafe spots, Priya does something unexpected. She goes to the art studio exhibition board. She stands in front of Amara's sketches, 3 of them pinned in the corner, barely visible behind the more colorful pieces. She studies them for a long time. The rain fountain sketch. A sleeping cat on a campus wall. A pair of worn shoes by a doorway. Simple. Quiet. Deeply observant. Priya pulls out her phone. Takes a photo, not for social media. For herself. She sits with this for a moment. Priya, she sees things. And for the first time, Priya isn't thinking about Daniel. She's thinking about Amara. Intelligence recognizes intelligence. And Priya, who had spent weeks calculating how to win, had just stumbled onto something she hadn't planned for. Genuine respect. Late evening. Daniel alone in his dorm. He opens his journal to a fresh page. We finally see what he's been writing, not paragraphs. Observations. Short lines. Like Polaroids in words. Previous entries visible as he flips through. Zoe performs warmth. Practices it. Tiffany needs to be seen more than she needs to be known. Priya, sharpest mind in the room. Knows it too well. He reaches the newest entry. He pauses. Then writes. Amara doesn't perform anything. Sits in rain to watch it. Shares biscuits without making it a moment. Laughs like she forgot someone might be listening. First person this semester who made me feel like I didn't have to be interesting. Just present. He closes the journal. Stares at the ceiling. Outside his window, the campus lights flicker on one by one. He hadn't told anyone. He hadn't even fully told himself yet. But the journal knew. It always knows first, 11:58 p.m. The study group. Tiffany. Okay, I just found out from Kemi that Daniel was in the art studio with Amara for like 2 hours today. ZOEY. I talked to her today BTW. She genuinely doesn't seem interested in him. Tiffany. Or she's playing it smart. Tiffany. Priya, say something. Priya. I'm thinking. ZOEY. About what? Priya. About whether we're doing something we'll regret. Tiffany. Oh, don't go soft on us. Priya. I'm not soft. I'm strategic. There's a difference. Targeting her directly will backfire. Daniel is perceptive. If he finds out, and he will, it's over for all of us. ZOEY. So what do you suggest? Priya. We make ourselves more visible. Not her less visible. There's a difference. Tiffany. Fine. But I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. Priya. I know you're not. That's what worries me. Priya puts her phone face down. She stares at the photo she took of Amara's sketches. Something is shifting in her, slowly, quietly. Like a tide changing direction, her dorm room. Simple. Warm. Fairy lights strung over her desk. Sketches pinned everywhere, not for anyone else, just for herself. She's on a call with her mom. Voice only. Amara. Mommy, I'm fine. School is fine. You're eating? You're not just surviving on biscuits and tea? Amara. I'm eating. And friends? You're making friends? Amara. I'm making something. I'm not sure what yet. As long as it's not trouble. Amara. It's not trouble, Mommy. She looks at her sketchbook. Opens it to the rain fountain drawing. In the corner, small, almost invisible, she had sketched a figure on a bench. It could be anyone. But we know who it is. She told her mother it wasn't trouble. She told herself the same thing. But the heart has a way of sketching things the mind hasn't admitted yet. Daniel does something in front of the entire class that nobody expected. Kindly like, follow, and subscribe not to miss our next upload.